In 3 months, they would be forced into an engagement by their respective families. But tonight, they were mortal enemies. One was a cold-hearted billionaire, determined to demolish an entire commercial street. The other was the owner of a small bar, fighting to protect the last memento of her deceased husband. Neither knew that the person they were about to be forced to marry was the very one they despised most. Her name was Monica. Her bar was the last holdout in the commercial street redevelopment plan. But it wasn't about money. 3 years ago, her fiancé, Leon, had proposed to her right here and then vanished without a trace. This bar was a vessel of all her memories. She had to protect it. His name was Albert. Heir to one of New York's most powerful conglomerates. Ruthless and decisive in everything he did. His father had given him 2 missions: complete the commercial street project, and within 3 months, marry the Summers heiress to secure the family's interests. He loathed such arrangements, but as the heir, he had no choice. All he knew was that this woman, Monica, was the final obstacle in his path. When Monica learned that Albert would be attending a banquet at the Roque Hotel, she decided to take the initiative. She was going to make him change his mind. At the event, she staged an accidental collision, spilling red wine all over Albert's suit. But the moment he looked up, Monica's mind went blank. That face, it was unmistakably Leon, the fiancé who had disappeared 3 years ago. One reckless night later, Monica woke up in the hotel room next to the man she had longed for all this time. But when she called out Leon, his gaze turned icy. He introduced himself as Albert, accused her of being a gold digger who had drugged him to get close, and threw her a blank check, telling her to name her price and disappear forever. Monica was shattered. She refused to believe it. She remembered the tattoo of her name on his chest, a symbol of their love. She tore open his shirt, and there it was. But Albert only stared back coldly, as though looking at a stranger's body. He truly didn't remember. 3 years ago, an accident had robbed him of all his memories. When he woke up in a Los Angeles hospital, he was told he was Albert, a New York business tycoon. As for Leon, he knew nothing. This woman felt both familiar and unsettling, stirring a loss of control that threatened his ironclad composure. He ordered his assistant to dig into everything about Monica. The findings only deepened his confusion. Her records only went back 3 years. Before that, there was nothing. Just like the man named Leon, she seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. But Monica didn't give up. She brought Albert a new commercial blueprint, proposing to preserve her bar as a cultural landmark within the redeveloped street, a win-win solution. Her professionalism and vision impressed him. Yet, suspicion and the sting of humiliation drove him to make an even more aggressive counteroffer. He told Monica he would spare the bar on one condition. She had to become his muse for 3